So I guess this is where this starts, which I did not expect. But it is what it is. I'm doing a 10-minute TikTok, and I don't know if TikTok is actually where I want to stay with this shit, but I mean, maybe it is. It's easy access. They got a 10-minute video. You don't have to be live. You don't have to have all this internet connection, whatnot. But what I'm previewing tonight, what the preview is for tonight, um, is something I've been thinking about for a long time. Um, I thought about the concept without thinking about a delivery for it. Like, the concept is driving while Atlanta. Um, how it will come out. It will come out as video, audio. I may be actually driving. I may be stopping. I may be taking a break. I may be charging by whatever the hell I'm in that night. I can tell you what it is, but the point is, um, but driving while Atlanta is how I experience the city, how I have experienced the city. I'll get the technicalities of it will get better. But this is straight up. It's December 30th, 2023. It's been 10 years and a couple months since I got my Ph.D. Um, this summer, 2024, June 20, maybe June 1st or so, I don't know, June 6th, June 15th. Let's just say July 1st. That's when, I started being official, right? I got an actual job in Atlanta. It's the 10th year since I've been in Atlanta. And it is the 8th month of being 40 years old. So you can make some guesses on what my timeline into the society is, but I didn't expect 40 to be like this. I didn't actually have any expectations of 40. I didn't have a way of processing what the turnover would be, because honestly, I ain't gonna lie, I'm telling you this for real. No one would believe me that, but I didn't really think I'd be here at 40. I thought even if I was here, I'd have some questionable presentations of life. But that's not what happened. I actually did make it to 40, and I made it to 40 well. Um, I have a more stable life than I ever have had. 10 years in some places, the longest I've ever been in a place since I've been an adult. I grew up in Atlanta. I was born in Atlanta. That's a story by itself. And that's what driving while Atlanta is. It's a bunch of stories about how I've experienced Atlanta for sure, but how I've experienced life, what driving while driving in Atlanta, or what driving in Atlanta means for me, and the ways in which it shaped my life fundamentally. And there's many aspects of it. I mean, me driving itself is actually a very small piece of it. But that's the point. Like, now I'm going to be driving while Atlanta, reflecting on how I was driven to Atlanta and driven in Atlanta actually shaped my life and changed my life. How the act of driving itself has made my life. What Atlanta means to me now, what it's always meant to me. It's always been a drive to get here. And that means, and I say that with multiple meanings, multiple textures. But what's happening right now, so we can get the clear picture of what's going on. What time is it? It's 11:10, and I have been waiting for a Uber rider for 76 minutes and 13 seconds. And I don't know if you know who I am. I'm gonna be here all night. I don't care. I have no shame in my game, and that's actually the first part. I am driving for Uber. That's my life has gotten to the point where driving for Uber is one of the only things I can do. It is not the only thing I can do, but it has to be part of the conversation. And you know what? Finally, it doesn't have to be part of the conversation. I don't have to drive for Uber. I also don't have to keep carrying this life I have. I don't have to keep carrying Atlanta. I don't have to keep driving. I don't have to do anything. That's the privilege. But in the way that I've in the many decisions I've made in my life, and we can pick a decision about, I think what really shapes why I'm here today. I know there was one decision, and if I had not made that decision, it was literally a decision. If I had had some other thing about me that said stop, right? Nothing said stop at that point in time. It all said go, 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 go. But if there was something in me that said no, stop, like actually stop, I wouldn't be here today. I promise you. And what here means is I am not living in the house that I love. I've compromised the stability of my family. I've compromised my own stability in all ways. I have made a mistake. And I have no idea how I'm going to recover from it. And I know for sure that driving an Uber for a living, or even a supplement, or even a side hustle, or become, is not going to hit it. I know exactly what the numbers are. I know exactly what you're going to make based off of how many hours you drive. I know per trip, per hour. Once you go over 4, once you go over 12, I know it. I've been doing this for it could be 21 days. It could be 21 days. That all that would be part of what I'm offering here is me returning to my roots. My roots is actually radio. My roots is actually oral presentation of self. That's what happened. One day I got bold enough to go to the stage and start talking. And because of that, I have instigated a whole series of things that become who I am now, which is, and we're going to call it, I'm going to call you, I'm going to let you know who I am from now on, right? Okay. I'm Ali, the sociologist. and I'm going to give it to you. Got 2 more minutes. I'm going to hit it to you. I've always thought, what is the value of my perspective or my voice? Why would anyone listen to me? Why would anyone believe me? And what has been clear to me over time, and what has been stated to me over time, is that people would listen to you. And I would say these are my elders, like people who have had a much longer view of society, sometimes just by 2 years or a year. And in that sense, they're not my elders. They're just people who are wiser than I am. Some folks are actually not even older than me. But people have said this to me, like, your voice is unique, and it provides a different perspective, a fresh, maybe, understanding of things. And you can see it in all the work I do. And that's what made me learn how to talk, how to connect with people, was talking. And I didn't know how to talk when I was a kid. People don't know that I had a speech disability, and I had stage fright. So we gonna go this thing a different way, right? We're not gonna walk into the fear, all the mistakes. We're gonna walk into what I call driving while Atlanta. And you can say it like we say it here, the A, right? You can say ALANA, Atlanta. Welcome to driving while Atlanta. I'm going to see you tomorrow. And I'm going to be here for the rest of the night. Waiting.